Welcome to FWARTS. My name is Wesley Mendez. And in this video, you're going to see a really quick overview of how the Halftone Pro tool works and how it can help boost your productivity in your daily routine. Just a reminder, if you're watching this video in a language other than Brazilian Portuguese, don't worry. The features and buttons will be the same. Well, to start, we have the image processing section. Just a reminder, I won't go into deep details here. There are tutorials for every section available in the software. So all you have to do is click and it'll open the tutorial section for you, okay? This is mainly so you can really understand how the tool works and what features are available here in our panel. Well, in the image processing area, we have enhanced black background, enhanced white background, and quality improvement, which now uses a new algorithm. It's really awesome. There are also soft, moderate, and intense sharpness options. These are features you can apply before you do the halftone on the image. So you apply them before generating the halftone. Of course, it's not always necessary. If your image is good, like this one here, which is already an edited image, an image with good resolution, then there's no need for you to use these features. It's more for cases when you grab an image from the internet that has a bit lower quality, then you can apply some enhancements to it so your halftone comes out with the best quality possible. Moving on, we have the automatic halftone section. Now here, we're already getting into the halftone section. We have Rosetta, which is a halftone that personally I really like. It gives a really cool highlight and ends up being a unique feature because it creates these geometric shapes that gives a really nice touch to the t-shirt. We have automatic presets from 25 to 55 LPI. So if I click here, it automatically runs the script inside Photoshop. Just a reminder that our app works with Photoshop installed on your desktop. So you must have Photoshop installed on your desktop. With one click, it already starts applying the script there inside Photoshop. Halftone completed. Let me just zoom in here so you can see how it looks. Halftone, perfect. It also picks up the lighter tones of the design. This is our new algorithm. Halftone, flawless. You won't end up with a washed out image. Notice, look, 0. Transparent edges. It doesn't leave any transparent edges. So you won't have any issues with ghost edges on your halftone. An important detail is that it also duplicates the original file. So you'll always have the base original file in case you want to apply it again. If you make a mistake or want to try another feature, just close it and apply it again. Here we have the manual part of the Rosetta halftone, where besides the LPI control, you also have control over cleaning and shadows. You decide both the amount of shadow that will be cleaned from the design and the intensity control for how much halftone will be applied to the lighter areas. So if you set a higher intensity, it will apply more halftone to the lighter areas. If you set it lower, it will preserve more solid light areas. So here, if I set it to 80, for example, and hit OK, it will apply the halftone to more of the lighter areas. This is cool because it gives you a lot of versatility and endless possibilities for applying halftone over your design. I'll just wait for it to finish. The process is also really smooth. Halftone applied. So here you have the halftone applied with more intensity in the lighter areas of the design. Next, we have the classic halftone for black fabric, and we also have custom shapes for black fabric as well. Remember that here the process is pretty much the same as the Rosette halftone. The only difference is that it will change the halftone dots that will be applied over the design. Classic halftone, the round dots, the traditional ones. And here in custom shapes, you have a few different options: cross, line, square, diamond, and so on. Here in classic halftone, same thing. There are pre-configured automatic LPI buttons, so with one click, it already runs the script inside Photoshop. And there's also the manual part where you can control shadow removal and also apply it to the lighter areas. So you can have more versatility when applying the halftone to your design. Here we have our finished halftone. It's a really quick process and the video isn't sped up. So this is the actual time it takes to apply the halftone. A well-applied halftone with perfect dots and again, no transparent dots on the edges of the design. This makes it much easier when you're printing on a t-shirt and also when you're doing the white underbase. It looks much more professional and is also easier to handle during print repeats. Moving on, we also have custom shapes for black fabric. Remember, these first three here are exclusively for black fabric. They're pre-configured for halftone application for black fabrics. So here, it works pretty much the same way. One click, and it sends the script right into Photoshop and applies the halftone automatically. It's also a very smooth process, nothing time-consuming or too complex. Everything is straightforward and easy to do. Halftone applied, with perfect lines and dots, no flaws in the design. Moving on, we have our exclusive halftone for white fabric. So here it works pretty much the same way. We have automatic buttons pre-configured with the preset LPI. So here, with just one click, you send the script right into Photoshop. The only difference here is that this is a halftone made exclusively for white backgrounds. It's a classic halftone with round dots, so you can use it for white fabric applications. Let's just wait for it to be generated inside Photoshop. All done, it's finished. Notice that it already removed the lighter tones and did the blending with the white background. So here you have the fabric, and the halftone is applied perfectly so you can print it on a white t-shirt. If you want more dot configurations, you can use the manual section. Here you set the LPI, and here you have different shapes to apply. Here on top of the halftone for white fabric. Lastly, we have our halftone for colored fabrics. And here's where Halftone Pro really stands out, because you're not limited to just the halftone for white or black fabric. It's also very simple to apply here. You just select the background color. I'll pick an example color here, just so you can see how it works in practice. Let's say I have a purple color here, okay? The first step is for us to select this background color. So I click here on the color picker. It'll open up the eyedropper tool. I click on the background color, copy this color code, hit Control-C, and then I can click OK. I come back here to Halftone Pro, double-click up here on the selector, and press Control-V. So it pastes the color up here. Here, I adjust the tolerance at which my halftone will be applied over the design. The lower the tolerance, the more it will preserve solid tones in the design. The higher the tolerance, the more intensely it will apply the halftone effect. I'm going to apply it both ways so you can see in practice how it works. Low tolerance 30 LPI. I click once and wait for the process to finish there in Photoshop. All done. Ralph and Tony are fished. I'm going back to my original design, and now I'll apply it with a higher intensity so you can see the difference. Again, 30 LPI. I wait for the process to finish there in Photoshop. All done. The halftone is finished. Here, just by looking, you can already see the huge difference between one tolerance and the other. Here we have a higher tolerance, where it applies more halftone dots to the tones of the design. And here we have a lower tolerance, where it preserves more solid details of the design and applies the halftone smartly in the areas that blend with the background. The last feature in this step is the color remover tool. It works pretty much like colored fabrics, except it doesn't apply the halftone. It just removes the selected color. So here, with the eyedropper, I can select a color from the design, for example, this red. I copy the color code with Control-C, come here, paste the color code, and here I set the tolerance for how the color will be removed. The lower the tolerance, the more it will remove exactly the selected color. The higher the tolerance, it will also remove shades close to the selected color. So here I click on Remove Color. Let me just go back to the layer. If it's on the bottom layer, it will detect that this layer doesn't have any color to be removed because it's a background layer. So I click OK, click here on top of the design layer, and set it here. And by clicking Remove Color, it'll apply the removal. The process is being finalized. All done. Red color removed from the design. It removes the color and leaves it with a transparent background. Lastly, we have the Improvements and Protection section, with color enhancement and white protection. There's a tutorial here explaining exactly how this works. And here is the spot channel, which is a DRAM base for white for DTG application. So you can export the file as PSD or TIFF with the white spot channel, which is already in the RGB standard. If you apply a white drapus here, it will select the design, and it'll add a white spot channel here. And these are the features of our Halftone Pro Pair, an amazing tool that will greatly increase your productivity and also the quality of your project deliveries. Remember that you can download and test all of this for free. There's a button here on our page, just download it and install it, right there on your computer. Keep in mind that you don't need to enter a credit card at first, and you also don't need to create an account. Just download, install, and use it for 5 days.